Hi, I'm Phil Sharp. I look after our kitchen operations in our premium division. So anything kitchen related for PCP, Miller & Carter, vintage. I'm based in Essex, but we look after the whole country, so circa 500 businesses. Mitchells & Butlers are a big company across the UK, circa about 1,700 businesses, ranging from carveries to steakhouses to high street businesses. The oil monitor was an opportunity that we were looking for about managing the cost of oil in our businesses as it was growing and the cost was going up and up and up. It was one of the areas that we deemed needed attention. So it was about how we could manage oil to the best of its life and make sure that A, we're not wasting oil, but B, improving food quality at the same time. So our businesses had a tool to assist them of when the oil life had extended or had passed to make sure that we use it for the right purpose. Since we've implemented the food oil monitors, we've seen a range of different impacts really. One, we've seen better oil management in our businesses. We've seen an increase in the diligence of our team to change oil when it's needed to, but also look after oil for longer. So skimming the oil, making sure that the life is extended by simple practices. So if the oil monitor says that the oil's ready to still be used, great. If it's coming to the end of its life, how do we get the most out of it before we change it? And the second one is we're only changing oil now when we really need to. I think it takes away the guesswork of when the oil needs to be changed and gives them a bit more of a sort of a sense check to say this oil could do with changing. So the system on top, green, amber and red, really does make it easy for all our team to understand, can we still use that oil or when do we need to change it?
My name's Alex. I'm an accredited kitchen manager for Miller & Carter. I've been with Miller & Carter for 15 years now, and I'm based at Miller & Carter Leigh-on-Sea. I've got quite a big team, there's about 15 of us, and I sort of float around the district and help out in other businesses. So before the monitor, we were basically guessing. The issue with that is I had to have a different view to my colleagues, even to the point where if I had a week on holiday, we'd lose more oil than if I wasn't, but this just takes all of that out of it. Everyone's on the same page. Using the food monitor, really good, really simple to use, and just gives a clear answer on if we need to change the oil. Takes the guessing work out of it. Yeah, the team got straight on board. Very simple to use, a bit of training, and the whole team can use it. So a big difference since we've had the oil monitor with stock, so we're wasting less oil. Consistency, especially with the food quality. Our score, so we get a score for our food quality and it's more consistent. The advice I'd give is just get the whole team on board. With anything new, it can be a bit daunting at first, but it is really simple to use, and you see the benefit almost straight away.
Working with Klipspringer has been quite easy really. I think they come to us in the first place to help us with a problem we had, and actually I think we were really helpful to work as a partnership. I think understanding our needs versus Klipspringer's needs and how the two could work together to implement the tool in the business but also make it user friendly. I think the trial stage was really important to understand how our business needed to adapt. And I think it's really one to help us to understand how we could manage the oil better and get the maximum from it, because it was one of our areas of increasing cost and one of the areas that we could see help us with food quality in our businesses. So I think the initial investment of putting the oil monitors in the business really have paid for themselves. I think we were lucky enough to implement them when oil was at an all-time high. It still is a high commodity in the business, but actually the oil monitors have saved us enough money to make sure that we can see the impact of the initial overlay to get the tool into our businesses. If anyone was thinking about putting the oil monitors in the business, I think really think hard about why you wouldn't do it. I think this really gives you a tool that is user-friendly. I think it helps to play with the business, and also it helps to not de-skill, but just to take away that opinion of when oil needs changing, to have a little bit of verification that the oil is past its best or is still available to be used is a backup to say that we're doing tasks. Not only have we saved oil, but actually this is acting as a bit of a labour saving device, that we're only changing the oil when we need to rather than when we always have done.